trash. You've probably noticed that I have yet to review a show based around a primarily minority cast. And this is because, being a southern white boy, I likely don't know what exactly would pass for good or bad for different cultures. So if I'm going to do such a show, I need confirmation that even the race the show was aimed at found it bad. Fortunately, a number of my African American viewers directed me to one such show: Homeboys in Outer Space. Looking back, I'm amazed at how few UPN shows I've reviewed so far, and then at the same time, I'm not. I respect Paramount's attempt to create an alternate network like the WB to compete with the bigger ones, but the truth remains that many of the shows to air there were so bad and obscure that they're almost impossible to find due to pretty much nobody caring about them. Think about that. For all the crap I've shown you in 2.5 years, there's been a ton of stuff so much worse that I can't review them because I can't find them. Anyway, when UPN debuted, it looked to grab the black audience by featuring a ton of shows featuring minority casts, including this one. Homeboys in Outer Space premiered in 1998 and was basically supposed to be an African-American parody of, well, every sci-fi space adventure that was ever popular. So, how long will it take me to hate this?
Space. What a cool place.
5 seconds! I don't think that record's gonna be broken.
So calm, so tranquil, so full of love. We're gonna die, we're gonna die! Pull yourself together. In our many years of intergalactic battle, we've been through worse scrapes than this. What do you want me to do, break down and cry in your face? I could use the company.
So our heroes are this Lando Calrissian knockoff named Morris, and Tiberius, who likes to whine and has a haircut that Kid and Play would make fun of. They call themselves Soldiers of Fortune, which really means they just take odd jobs like intergalactic pizza delivery.
Mushroom and squirrel.
And already we're in trouble because I saw that gag pulled off much better in an 80s cartoon called Galaxy High School.
Hey Morris, how was I to know? The ad said, work outdoors, travel the universe, and discover buried treasure.
Put buried treasure in big burlap bag.
Oh, and it doesn't do the show a lot of good when their spaceship set looks cheaper than the set of the fictitious show Space Teens from How I Met Your Mother. And if you think that's bad, let's see how it looks on the outside.
Captain's log. I love saying that.
If their graphics designer got paid more than $200 to do these space scenes, I'm gonna be really outraged.
Oh, no, he didn't. He did not just call me out.
Look, LaQuisha, no offense, but you've been around since...
Oh, say. And you will be picking dilithium crystals out of your gluteus maximus.
Oh yeah, there go the ears bleeding. Yep, just to top it off, they decide a great bit of comic relief is to include a loudmouthed, shrill, sex-starved woman as the ship's artificial intelligence named LaQuisha. Think Ziggy from Quantum Leap if she was played by some half-assed stand-up comic who thinks she's got the talent of Wanda Sykes.
You don't need to resort to the use of a feminine life form when you have me. I will rock your universe.
Honey, you better back off, because I'm the lady in his life.
I don't see no ring on your finger. I don't see no finger.
Well, I got lips. Now read them, you 2-bit augmented 6 corned beef cooking.
When they're not racking up space traffic violations, they hang out at some intergalactic dump bar called, the Jupiter 2. Yeah, they pretty much ripped off the name from the spaceship from Lost in Space.
Oh, the pain. the pain.
There, they're often given their jobs by the owner Vashti, who has a real charm with his customers.
Hey, this drink is watered down. Really? So are you.
I guess you can get away with anything when you're the only place this side of Andromeda that takes American Express.
He's an android, you idiot. He's gonna be my new busboy.
You already got a busboy.
Yeah, but he's about to get fired. That's called cutting your overhead.
And the two are frequently harassed by this other bounty hunter named Amma, who is once again someone's attempt to create a sexy action girl like a black outer space version of Xena and fail miserably.
After I have satisfied my thirst, I shall buy myself a man to satisfy my other desires.
Well, how much you plan on spending? Because I go pretty cheap.
I would break you in half.
And both pieces would be smiling.
What do you say we go somewhere and I let you peel my orange?
How about I beat you to a pulp?
Hey, I'm not just for breakfast anymore.
When I'm more turned on by Kim Bauer and Lana Lang, that's not a good sign.
Jedi, you've returned.
The Jedi? Mars, he's been your idol since junior flight school. I'ma never wash my eyes again.
Yeah, you heard that right. His name is Jedi. I understand if all the Star Wars fans have to pause this video now to go and cry.
Pippin, how are the repairs coming? Captain, I'm working as fast as I can.
And there go the Star Trek fans.
You guys are worse than my last employers. Always on my back with, Pippin, beat me up. Pippin, we need more power. Well, what about me? What about my needs?
So, Pippin, you had a lot of action back on your old starship?
Action! I saved that rusty bucket 22 times a year, and you'd think they'd show their appreciation by letting me put on the blue shirt?
And James Doohan was a recurring character in the series, and apparently not the only person they suckered into a guest appearance.
Hey, get out of my way, I'm moving on up. Where you going? Well, I deliver a bunch of leisure suits to Caucasia.
See, most shows will at least try to put money into the production before desperately throwing it on to special guest stars. Clearly, this one wanted to take the fast track to failure.
First thing we're gonna do when we get paid is overhaul the ship. And then we get some women. No, then we take on as many missions as possible. In order to get the women. No, in order to build up our reputation, so we can get the women.
Fortunately for the crying Star Wars fans, Jedi only lasts in the pilot episode, where he steals their clunker ship and uses some shape-shifting form to get them to dig up a treasure on the set of tattooed teenage alien fighters.
It doesn't have to end this way. I have an even larger treasure buried on NASDAQ 10. Oh, give us one good reason why we be in business with you again. That's two good reasons.
And if you think that sounds lame, let's take a look at some of the other episodes.
This is your birthday present, Mars.
First class deluxe accommodations to the pleasure planet Fallopia, where men come first and it's all right with us?
Welcome to Fallopia. I'm Ula. Ula la.
Certainly are.
This just keeps getting worse.
What's that? Yep, I think I can hear Sidney Poitier, Danny Glover, and James Earl Jones all banging their heads on tables together.
We'll charge 25 shop zips ahead. Buy some new thrusters, make some serious cash, get a toilet seat.
Ty, there's absolutely no way we're gonna use the Jupiter 2 to throw a
party!
And now they've decided to rip off Kid and Play's most famous movie. I'm guessing they didn't raise a snit about it because it wasn't worth the effort.
Greetings, super bad soul brothers from the sky. The planet Caucasia bows before you.
Oh no, they did not!
Oh, funkiest of soul brothers. I'm King Bob, the 25th ruler of Caucasia, and this is my son and heir, Prince Bob the 27th. What's the matter with you? Give these jive turkeys what they deserve.
What it is, badass soul brother?
What's that?
Oh, surely you recognize your fellow god and his, deluxe apartment in the sky?
Gah!
What in the name of are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. Were you thinking?
I'd show you even more, but again, this is among the hardest shows to find. I was only able to locate 5 of the supposed 21 episodes made for the single season this series lasted.
You sure the Emperor's gonna use the men's room?
It's right here in his official itinerary. 10:05, arrive at the Jupiter 2. 10:06, empty Imperial bladder. 10:07, big sigh of relief. 10:08, exit to peace conference.
You mean he's only stopping here to use the bathroom?
What a great idea for a t-shirt.
But really, why should I torture you any further? It's not like you need any more proof. This show sucks regardless of race, creed, or color. The production is laughably cheap in every facet, from the sets to the writing to the acting. Don't get me wrong, parodies can work, but this one's attempt to be hip to the urban crowd within the concept of a space comedy falls flat in every area, from the stories to the comedy. It panders to the lowest common denominator of one crowd while ridiculing another and satisfying no one. You don't have to be white to enjoy Star Trek or Battlestar Galactica, and you don't have to be black to realize that this was a pathetic waste of a time slot and a big example of why UPN was such a bomb. Shows like this are why Bill Cosby probably cries every time he sees what shows starring African Americans have become. I'm the Rowdy Reviewer, and I remember it because I have no life. You were right to let me know about this, guys. I've never seen readings like this before.
There have been no major threats in this area for months, so fortunately we've been able to take care of things without your help. But this one just looked too big.
What have you been able to find out so far? Well, the only thing we know for sure right now is get off of there!
Sorry, force of habit.
What we could tell is that a huge energy field has surrounded most of the downtown area, but we're too far away from there to determine what it is or where exactly it's coming from.
You think it might be Professor Stupidiot back up in operation?
I doubt it. My gut says nothing scientific in nature would give off energy readings like this. You're gonna have to go recon for this one. Garfield, Sam, you've been working on those portable scanners with the stuff you got from Stupidiot's lab. Take them into the city and see if you can get a read with them. Now you'll all have to go out in daylight, so keep to the shadows and stay out of public sight. I have my suspicions on what this could be, but it's too soon to tell.